Hello everybody, Tajri the God 3 here. We got Pokemon Showdown. Now, this part was actually supposed to be a live commentary, but there was some audio issues, so I didn't want this footage to go to waste though, so I am going to still commentate. I'm just going to do post-commentary over the stuff that's already happened. Because, yeah, we got footage. I'm not wasting it, and this was some pretty good battles that I went through, so I'm going to go through all of them. We got the weirdest person here, the weirdest mon here, I'm sorry, is Berserker. I've never seen Berserker. I even had to check its type, I think, at some point, because I had no idea what this thing's type was. I remember Berserker being like part steel, and then I thought it was part dark, but I think it's just steel type. It's a mono steel. Yeah, see, I check it right there, and I see if it's a mono steel, try to see what I can use against it. In this fight, my chances of winning are really high if I use Chandelure. Chandelure has got an advantage against Berserker, Whimsicott, Duraludon. It's Steel and Dragon, which means Fire will do normal damage, but it's not known for its special defense either. So I got Chandelure. I know I'm going to put on the team. I put Raichu on the team as backup for the Togekiss, Resilience against the Berserker, and then my Milotic's out here, which is the biggest threat, so I'm going to go ahead and get a Raichu, even though I know my Milotic is special defense and my Raichu special attack, so the two kind of just cancel each other out. It's still weak. In the end of the day, it's still weak to electricity. My Milotic is pretty annoying. Arcanine's going to be out, so I believe I use Inteleon. And then I still got my, I believe the other one was Corviknight. I wasn't paying attention, I'm sorry. But perfect setup here. Whimsicott and Berserker out here. Exclusive Heat Wave. I can wipe them both out on the field. It'll be a clean wipe. But to make sure to stop the Berserker from doing anything weird, because I think Berserker is kind of fast, I'm going to go ahead and use Fake Out to silence the Berserker for a little bit. I don't want to give it a chance. I've never seen Berserker in competitive play a lot. I've mostly been seeing Whimsicott and the rest of the mons that you see on this team. Berserker was definitely the oddball, and that's just an oddball in general, even in the Meowth evolution. I think it's kind of weird that Meowth got two regional variants. The Milotic gets hit with the Fake Out. Instead, Berserker does a switch out. Heat Wave for Whimsicott. The burn on Milotic, which is good, but it's not going to do me much good to have Chandelure out here. I go in for actually, I could go in for an energy ball. I could. I can't remember exactly what I do. This was a while ago. I already recorded like other footage since then, so I really have to backtrack on what I do in this fight. Oh, I go for the energy ball for the Milotic, and then I go for the Volt Switch for Milotic as well. Whimsicott only has one piece of health left, so I feel like it's the better route to go ahead and Volt Switch on the Milotic. Switch out for Inteleon to use Icy Wind on both. It'll kill Whimsicott, and then the energy ball is going to go ahead and finish Milotic off. Milotic thought that it had me because of the whole weakness to water my Chandelure has, but that wasn't going to do it much good. This is a beautiful way for me to go ahead and switch out to... I'm going to go ahead and switch out to Sandaconda for this because ground type's good against Duraludon. And then the Icy Wind is not only going to slow Duraludon down, which Duraludon is the fastest steel type I think I've ever faced in my life, but it's also going to go ahead and finish off that Whimsicott with the 1%, with the 1 HP. Helping Hand on the Duraludon automatically wipes out the Inteleon, but that's fine. I still got Sandaconda out here, and then obviously I'm still gonna have Raichu in order to get in those little bits of pot shots. I'm gonna go ahead and I think I'm gonna go ahead and use Coil. Do I use Coil? Oh, I Dynamax myself and then go in for the Max Quake on Duraludon. As for Whimsicott, the best move is to just go ahead and knock that 1 health off. He switches out to Berserker, which kind of messes me up because I don't get that flinch like I wanted, but at the same time, Raichu's going to die, unfortunately, to the Max Darkness. But the bright side here is that I can use Max Quake on Duraludon, bringing his health down. I still have, their Tailwind is petered out. I still have Chandelure. Chandelure can come in strong with a nice Heat Wave attack, and then that Heat Wave is going to pretty much do damage on both Duraludon and Berserker. I go back and forth on whether or not I should use Overheat or Heat Wave, because I can use Overheat twice without suffering the problems of it. The Max Darkness is strong enough to wipe out, unfortunately, the Chandelure, and that kind of screws me for the rest of the fight. But now that I have the Max Quake out, it wipes Duraludon out. It's just, there's a C-Bomb out here for Sandaconda, but Sandaconda's physical defense is high enough in order to withstand it. I can use Max Quake on Berserker, which I go ahead and do because I know Berserker is just mono steel. There's no strings attached. The Tailwind did powder out. The Tailwind's back up. The Seed Bomb hits Sandaconda. I look like I'm in a bad place right now, but Berserker is going to get wiped out immediately. Whimsicott, unfortunately, does not have any moves that can take out the Sandaconda, because I'm over here sweating bullets right now thinking, oh, crap. This thing can have Energy Ball, but it doesn't. It doesn't have Energy Ball. It has Moonblast, which I upped my special defenses thanks to my Max Quake, so I was able to win that fight. So that was a pretty good fight. My team's list will be in the description, by the way, if you want to, know the details. I have switched up my team a little bit since then, but yeah, it was overall a good fight. I had a lot of fun doing that one. That was actually a pretty hard fight for me, too, because of that unexpected Berserker play. But it didn't do anything to me that would otherwise completely destroy me. So I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm going to go ahead and move to the next battle, and we'll see exactly what happens then. So I'll see you all then. So the next battle is up, and we've got Whimsicott, Arcanine, Snorlax, Togekiss, Lucario, and Gyarados. Now, Lucario and Snorlax, well, not Snorlax so much. I see a lot of Snorlaxes. Lucario is definitely the oddball out here, but that also makes him kind of open. Whimsicott and Lucario are both weak against Chandelure, so I'm probably going to go ahead and bust out Chandelure on this one. The Gyarados scares the ever-living hell out of me, because a lot of people are actually predicting Raichu on Gyarados, since Raichu has a quad damage on Gyarados. So a lot is expected from Gyarados. Gyarados is usually holding the Wicked, I think it's called the Welkin Berry or Wiccan Berry or whatever it is. It's the thing that stops Gyarados from being hurt by electric attacks, or at least being hurt by electric attacks as much. That's going to be a big problem. So, I bring in Corviknight. I bring in Raichu and Corviknight to sort of take care of Togekiss, Lucario, and Gyarados, and bulk out the Snorlax if it has any weird things. Plus, Corviknight has Iron Head, which is good against Whimsicott. As far as other Pokemon go, I'm really just trying to decide who else I should put on the team. I go ahead and put in Chandelure. Chandelure can eat up any fire damage that Arcanine can do, and they can also fight off Lucario and Whimsicott. And then finally, I believe I go ahead and, just for the safe side, I want to say I use Sandaconda. Like, my gut's telling me to use Sandaconda. So, I think I go for the Sandaconda. Yeah, even my curse is on it. Like, go ahead, pick Sandaconda, you pass me. No, I switch up Inteleon. It could go either way. Because at this point, it's not really a matter of... I got my three mains that I know are going to take out most of the team. So I go ahead and pick Sandaconda instead, like I said. So yeah, we got Whimsicott and Lucario. Would have been really good to have Chandelure out here to wipe them both with Heat Wave, but that's fine. I go ahead and go for Lucario. I go ahead and go for the Fake Out. Fake Out on Lucario. Oh, no, on Whimsicott. Oh yeah, because it's going to use Tailwind. And then I Dynamax and use the Max Airstream on Lucario, because I don't want to take any chances. I don't want a sped up Lucario. That sounds like a bad news all around. A sped up Lucario is a scary Lucario, so I want to go ahead and stop that before it even takes place. Yeah, so Fake Out on the Whimsicott. Whimsicott can't use Tailwind. Drain Punch on the Lucario, because that was going to be a sped up Lucario, and that still would have been bad news. At this point, I can use Volt Switch. My Pokemon have sped up. I can go ahead and use Volt Switch on Lucario. Get Raichu out of here. And then I can go ahead and use Max Airstream on Whimsicott. At least that's my mindset right now. Is, yeah, go ahead and switch up my targets. Not make them as predictable. Leech Seed on Corviknight. Volt Switch on Lucario. Lucario's out. I get a free switch in. I'm going to switch into Chandelure. I don't think they're going to keep Whimsicott out here, though. Like, I wouldn't keep... Yeah, okay, no, it doesn't matter, because Whimsicott's dead. And I get a sped up Chandelure in the process. So, yeah, all great things happening for me right now. All great things. Togekiss is out here. Gyarados is out here. Normally I would be afraid of the Gyarados. The Gyarados is a big problem, especially the Gyarados here, because Gyarados here, I believe, has Moxie. Pass me. Like, if, I don't know, if I was in this situation again, I would go ahead and use, Overheat on the Togekiss, but the Gyarados, I have a sped up Chandelure, so I should have just kept it. Gyarados Dynamaxes. Togekiss uses Follow Me to make him a target. I go ahead and use the Max Steel Spikes. And then Gyarados is gonna, the Citrus Berry comes in. Oh, that's gonna hit Inteleon hard. I wanna lower their speed using Icy Wind. At least that's what my mind is telling me. Corviknight goes back to normal. my mind's telling me Icy Wind. Oh, I go for the Skull to lower its physical attack. Hopefully that it gets burned. The Iron Head I don't think is going to be enough. Inteleon, unfortunately, meets its end. And I'm afraid, yep, there it is. The Moxie. The Moxie activates the Life Dew on Togekiss to bring its health back. Oh, it's going to be a war of attrition. Because now I'm down to Raichu. And I want to tell myself that I can go ahead and use Fake Out on the Togekiss and then Iron Head. But the problem with that is, well, no, I can still do it. And then, because Raichu sashed. And then I can go ahead and go for the Iron Head on Togekiss. Because if no, I just use Protect to block whatever's coming. Yeah, because the Max Gazer. Yeah, I protect myself right on time so that Corviknight can gain a little bit more health. Togekiss can't do a thing, but he does heal himself back up because of the Leech Seed. I want to tell myself the next move is to Thunderbolt the Gyarados. I mean, Gyarados has that berry, unfortunately. So I proceed with caution. I'm thinking, past me thinking about it, should have used Brave Bird. But I do live that. Like, that's the plus side. I used Thunderbolt that wipes out the Gyarados. Apparently, Gyarados wasn't holding the item that he should have been holding. The Iron Head flinches Togekiss, so I luck out there. I thought Gyarados would be holding the Wiccanberry, and then that definitely would have screwed me. I would have been down a Corviknight. I protect for the Corviknight to buy him out a little for for leftovers. I know the Leech Seed's gonna come in and bring its health back down though, so I'm really just stalling out. Thunderbolt on Togekiss and then Iron Head on Togekiss should be enough to wipe it out though. Like that should be more than enough to end this game. Thunderbolt, yep. Iron Head, yep. And it's a good game. I still had Chandelure in the back too, just like best case scenario. I mean, I don't know what a Chandelure would have been able to do in this situation, but I still had a Chandelure out. So that fight was pretty well. It was kind of scary dealing with Gyarados. Gyarados is actually a pretty threatening Pokemon out here, even when Raichu is ready to oppose it. But I was able to come out on top and go ahead and... Thankfully, this person didn't use the item that everybody with the Gyarados uses, the Wiccanberry. It's literally to prepare for the Raichu. But with that said, it was a pretty cool fight. Corviknight was definitely the MVP in that fight. He lasted through everything. So, see you all in the next fight. Alright, third battle. So far we got 2 wins. We're hoping for a third. Scary things here. A lot of ice types. But we got a Pikachu out here. We got Pikachu, and I know why. It's because of the Gigantamax. But that doesn't scare me, because in the end of the day, a Gigantamax Pikachu is still a Pikachu. Like at the end of the day, it's still a Pikachu. So I'm actually not afraid of it. It's the 3 ice types that are bugging me, because they want me to use Chandelure to wipe them out, but they've also got Dracovish and Rhyperior. Well, I'm going to use Chandelure, obviously. I'm still going to use Chandelure, just to hold the fort down. And then for the Pikachu, I'm going to go ahead and use Sandaconda. I'm not taking any chances with it. It's still a Pikachu no matter what. And then after that, I'm thinking Chandelure, Sandaconda. Maybe I'm thinking Corviknight, because to bulk up and handle the Dracovish, and it can handle the Rhyperior, and it's a steel type, so it can handle whatever that Chandelure can't. So we've got obvious Corviknight, Chandelure, Sandaconda action going on here. As for the last Pokemon, I think Raichu's just gonna have to be the one in order to hold it down here, because it'd be dumb to use Sylveon for this fight, unfortunately. And it would be, and Inteleon's not going to help me out much here in this fight either. So, yeah, we got the obvious Chandelure, Sandaconda, Raichu. And then, yeah, well, Corviknight. So, I guess in the end of the day, I went ahead and used Raichu, because that's the only other choice I had at that point. Perfect setup. This is exactly what I wanted. I can Heat Wave something. Something's going to die here. Even if my opponent switches out, something will die. Now, if I were him, I would switch out Abomasnow. I wouldn't keep Abomasnow out here by any means necessary. I go in for the Stealth Rocks just to bring the rocks out. Heat Wave, it's not going to do a lot on Sandaconda, but Frostmoth does live with a little bit of health. I could have went ahead and knocked out the Frostmoth here if I didn't use Stealth Rocks. The Stealth Rocks was for assurance, to block anything that is to suddenly switch out, because I know they got other Pokemon out there that are Ice type. I know Pikachu's out there too. Pikachu getting hit with a Stealth Rock is actually kind of funny. I go ahead and switch. Even if he attacks my Chandelure, I can switch out to Raichu. Raichu is sashed. Dracovish is already injured. I'm going to max my Sandaconda. Frostmoth isn't even my worry right now. I need to get Dracovish off the field no matter what. That thing is scary. It knows Vicious Ren, right? And Raichu lives the Vicious Ren. Max Quake the Dracovish. Raichu still has one speck of health. I could go ahead. Oh, but the hail kills Raichu. I completely forget about the hail that Frostmoth brought, and it literally kills the Raichu. So that's bad news for me. I'm just sort of thinking of what I should do next. I want to tell myself I can go ahead and do an easy knockout with the Heat Wave for Frostmoth, but I went ahead and switched to Corviknight instead. Corviknight's going to protect. I'm going to use Max Quake on Dracovish. I'm not worried about Frostmoth right now. I just want to see exactly what moves this thing is going to do, because at the end of the day, Corviknight is still a flying type Pokemon, so it's going to take some damage from ice type moves that Frostmoth may bring out. Yeah, my predictions were right. The switch out was right. I still get a special defense boost on Corviknight and Sandaconda thanks to Max Quake, and Dracovish is no more. The worst part of this whole fight is literally over now. All I have to do now is just knock out Frostmoth. Like, that's literally my only problem. Abomasnow is out here. And I'm not afraid of the Abomasnow. The reason I'm not is because I can go ahead and I can use best case scenario. I want to go ahead and do something that will assure my win against both. I use Tailwind to bring my speed up, and then Max Quake. Again, not worried about the Frostmoth right now. It's literally the least of my worries. Sandaconda does die, unfortunately, due to Double Blizzard. But I do get a Tailwind off. And their Tailwind should end this turn. Yeah, their Tailwind peters out. Now I have a sped up Chandelure. And all they have is Frostmoth, Abomasnow, and then like a Pikachu at the end of it. So it really works out for me. I can protect to bring Corviknight's health up and then just Heat Wave the entire field. Just Heat Wave them. Just knock them out. Heat Wave, Heat Wave, Heat Wave. They're all just going to die. Like, they have no chance. All he's got left is a Pikachu, I believe. And at the end of the day, even if it's a Gigantamax Pikachu, it's still a Pikachu. Oh no, it's Darmanitan. I thought they were going to use Pikachu because I remember one fight where someone had Pikachu and that was their choice. But Iron Head's going to be more than enough to kill Darmanitan. If not, Overheat will go ahead and do the trick. Either way, the fight's over. Darmanitan's out. I get 2 free Overheats, thankfully, because of the white herb. And that is game. Really great fights. We won all 3 fights. I had a lot of fun. Again, if you want to check my team in the description. If you want to go ahead and use that team for Showdown, I will be trying to bring out a lot of Showdown content. Thank you all for checking out these battles. I had a lot of fun, and these are some pretty good battles and some pretty interesting teams and some pretty interesting opponents that I was up against. So with that said, more Pokemon Showdown content will be coming. And if you want to see or have any suggestions for me to switch up some teams or anything, I'm definitely going to listen in the comments section. So with that said, I will see you all then, everybody. Thank you all so much for checking this out. Tyrone the God 3 out.